Welcome back. So, we've got ourselves a new deck profile, as you can tell from the bottom of the screen, and this one might make people angry. So, basically, I was watching Farther, and he had the sealed only, and he played Phantom Knights because that's one of the easiest ones to get sealed. That got me really intrigued, and I looked into the deck myself, and here we are. As you probably could tell, I built this recently because I think it's like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. By the time this uploads, I can't remember exactly. I opened up the legendary hero decks. Now, the reason I didn't record this video earlier is A, because of work, and B, because I had to wait for a couple of cards to arrive. But now everything's here. I've got a bit of time before I go to work today. Here we go. So, let us begin with the main deck. One day I'm going to start with the extra deck and it's going to drive everybody fucking wild. And everybody, I mean like the two people who watch. Again, I'll explain just because obviously this is a video that people might see that haven't seen the rest of my channel. None of my decks are tournament ready, like, oh, you're going to win everything. There's no really good spice in here. It's just a fun build that I really enjoy. So with that being said, we're running free Cloak. Basically, Cloak being the searcher for any Phantom Knight in the main deck to your hand is usually quite useful, especially since you can just dump it off of other cards and just then get its effect off and get like another Phantom Knight, which is quite nice. Next, we have the obligatory free boots. Reason being is basically it special summons itself, so it gives you an extra body on board. Plus, it searches a spell trap, so arguably one of the best graveyard effects. So, yeah, there's no reason not to run it at free. Gloves at 2. Reason being is, as most Phantom Knight players would probably tell you, there's no easy way to get it on board. And yes, it's got a good graveyard effect. You can banish it to send a Phantom Knight card to the grave, therefore setting up. But obviously, if you can get a different Phantom Knight card to grave to begin with, it's better. This is more just to have a Phantom Knight name, another level 3 for rank 3 plays, plus its game 1000 effect ain't too bad. Its send to grave effect is also kind of good in the sense of you can spell card. So it sends a card rather than like a spell, other than just like a monster or whatever. So you can send the traps and use the traps effect. So it does have some good uses, hence why you run 2. Next, we're running free Torn Scale. This is probably one of the more expensive cards in the deck. So even though I pride myself at being a budget kind of channel, this might not be it, chief, because they're like 20 quid each. But yeah, no, Torn Scale is basically the card that allows you to discard a card from your hand to send a Phantom Knight, which is really good. And it also allows you to special summon it from the grave if a graveyard effect activates and resolves from a Phantom Knight. I don't think it requires it to resolve, but it does start its own chain. I do know that, so it's quite a good card. Next, we have ourselves Stained Gleaves at 3. Now, I've been told to run this at 2, but I find I have a lot more success with it at 3. It's basically just a summon from graveyard effect. Its graveyard effect is basically special summon from hand, so give a free extender for any Phantom Knight in hand, aka if you have gloves in hand, this will make gloves an extender. It also special summons itself from hand if you special summon a Phantom Knight already. And it also has level manipulation. So what you can do is special summon this from hand as a level 4, and then from grave use its graveyard effect, like a different copy of it. Special summon another Phantom Knight from hand as a level 4, and you can immediately go into rank 4 plays rather than rank 3 plays. So yeah, at 3 it's kind of good. I like it. I do like it because it's got a lot of extendability because of it. Talking of extenders, here's our extenders. So we've got free tour guide. Now I know a lot of people are going to say, but there's no fiends in this deck, and you would be right, except tour guide. So what you do is you normal summon tour guide, special summon tour guide, and go into a rank 3. Quick and easy. Plus there is a because Phantom Knight or Breaksword is a rank 3, it's a Phantom Knight card. If you have this and Boots in hand, you can summon this, special summon the other one, go into Breaksword, special summon Boots, and just go off from there. So it's not bad. Another extender, Kagemucha. So basically, if you summon a level 3, so again, if you have this in hand at the same time as Tour Guide, you can go into, you could even, if you have this in the same time as Tour Guide, that's an immediate Bardiche. Also, I don't know why my camera's going up slowly. There we go. But yeah, that's an immediate Bardiche, so that's really good. So you've got those as your extenders. Next, we have our warrior extenders. We have our junk forwards at 2. Reason being is literally it's a level 3 plus it special summons itself if it's the first thing in hand, or if you have no monsters. So fucking hell, that gave me a heart attack. Let me put that back. There you go. Let's hope it doesn't keep doing that, because that genuinely I have no clue what caused that, and that that had effect. Alright, boom. So yeah, if that's the first thing in hand, you can special summon it, and it's a level 3 for rank 3 plays basically. And it's a warrior for potential warrior plays. Next we have our 2 Butterspy, level 4s, dark, warrior. So basically, if you normal summon a warrior, which is the majority of this deck, you can special summon this. So that gets you an extra dark on board. Plus, it's a level 4 if you want to go into immediate rank 4 plays via the effect of like Stained Gleaves. So again, quite a good extender. And next we've got our dark extender, which is the Leveneer. So banish 3 darks, go into Leveneer. Leveneer's effect to rip a card out of hand, or whatever term you want to use for that. So basically just shuffle a card from the hand back to deck. I call it rip a card because it like takes the card out of their play completely. But you know, others can call it whatever. So we've got our 2 of those. And finally for monsters, we have our 2 Veilers and our 1 Armageddon Knight. Armageddon Knight, obviously, for the extender of Graveyard extender. So you send like Ancient Cloak, you send Boots, you send Gloves, you send Torn Scale. So that's quite nice. And then obviously the effect Veilers are just to go lol no to your opponent's effects. So it's quite nice. Next, we're going to go into the spells and traps. So we've got a little draw engine, the tiniest draw engine ever, triple allure, literally. Because as you again notice, the only non-darks in the entire deck is Junk Forward and Effect Veiler. Everything else is a dark type, so yeah, that's a really good extender. Next, we have our rank up spell, the Phantom Knight one. So basically, that's searchable off of normal Boots. Plus, it banishes from grave a dark, so it's not ideal, but it is quite a nice way of rank upping. It's better than the rum launch you get, basically. Next, we have our Rota, which is our Warrior Searcher, which the majority of the deck are Warriors, so yes. And then finally, Foolish Burial, spell card version of Armageddon Knight. Of course, you're going to run it. Next, we're going to go into the traps. Triple Fogblade. Need I say more? The entire deck mostly, emphasis on mostly, revolves around on trying to get as many of these on board as possible to stop all of your opponent's plays. Just go lol, no effect and no attack at any time. So yeah. Plus all of the Phantom Knights traps, hence why you want to sell them off Gloves, have a graveyard effect of if you banish this, you can special summon a Phantom Knight from your hand or graveyard. So, you know, it's quite good. There's only one trap that I'm running that doesn't have that effect, and I'm running it for rank 4 plays. So next we have Sword. Basically gain 800 attack, plus you can destroy this instead of the Phantom Knight is equipped to. And obviously banish from grave to special summon. So quite nice. Wing, to be fair, I don't use its trap effect at all. I just tend to send that off of Rusty Gloves. So it's literally got no use to me other than its recursion effect. And Shade Brigand. This is the one that doesn't have the special summon effect, but it does have the effect of, hey, if you have no traps in grave, which you're banishing them to special summon anyway, you won't have in grave, you can activate it immediately. And by activating it immediately, you have a level 4 on board, because it becomes a level 4 Dark Warrior. And what you can do is use Rusty Glees or even Break Sword to get another level 4 on board, or even if you have Butterfly out already, and then you've got your rank 4 play, which is quite nice. Now, making rank 4 play sound like they're the epitome of godliness, but in this deck, they're actually kind of good, because it allows you to go into your big beats, your big boss monster of the deck later. So we've got ourselves our Break Swords for the extra. Obviously, Break Sword is a rank 3, so really easy to get into. This detaching XE material to pop something on their board and on your board. 9 times out of 10 you pop Break Sword itself, because Break Sword has an effect of when it's destroyed, it can special summon 2 Phantom Knights with the same level, but their level increased by 1, so you get 2 level 3s back out and you go into rank 4 plays. Continuing the rank 3s, we've got ourselves a Dante. You're sending Phantom Knights to grave to obviously use the Phantom Knights effect. Then we have Levier. You're banishing a lot of Phantom Knights from the grave to activate their effects, so Levier to bring them back and go into even more plays. It's actually quite nice. Then the rank 4s, we've got ourselves an Evil Swarm Nightmare. See, there's a lot of really good generic 4s you can run, but because of the effect of Break Sword, making it you can only special summon Darks after you activate its effect, it is preferable to use Dark rank 4s, and again, there's a lot of very good ones. Personally, I like Nightmare for the sheer fact of it can just lull Book of Moon twice, not even once per turn. So it's, yeah, you could just keep sending, and it's monsters. So if your opponent like Pendulum summons, and you could just go Nightmare effect, everything they Pendulum summon gets face down. So yeah, it's quite nice, especially in Link eras. So yeah, definitely. Next, we have ourselves a Redoer. Basically, this is the one that you're mostly gonna rank up on. Reason being is Redoer has a lot of survivability, because it can keep banishing itself as long as it has a monster on it, so it can keep protecting itself until you get to that rank up, which is normally turn 2 by the effect of boots or something. Plus it has the other Redoer effects, where it be steal a card so you've got more Xyz material, draw a card, and send a card to the top of the deck. So it has a lot of use in this deck, which is quite nice. And then finally for the rank 4s, we have our Raiders Knight. Raiders Knight, you're running for the sheer fact of it's a 1 card immediate rank up. Plus it's also, because its only downfall is it destroys the card that you special summon with Raiders Knight. Problem with that is the thing you're going into, Arc Rebellion, can't be destroyed by card effects. So you literally rank up with Raiders Knight, and then that just survives. And so, yeah, and this is the card you want to rank up into, because basically, detach 1 material. Only this card can attack, but it gains the attack of every single monster's original attack that's on the board, including your opponent's. Plus, if it still has a dark material equipped, Dark XE is equipped as its material, it negates every other card effect on the field. That's on the field, like face up on the field. Like, that's so good. If they can't negate that right there and then, everything on their board's negated, and you can just yeet yourself over something and potentially OTK right there. So it's really good. Also, this one's going to be contentious. We're running a lot of non-number monsters of the same rank. Number F0, Utopic Future. So Utopic Future is basically steal your opponent's monster for the battle phase, and that's actually kind of good. So for some reason you can't go into Arc Rebellion, or they've got past your Arc Rebellion, that might be your next boss monster. Then we're going into the links. We have ourselves a Beat Cop. They're all darks. Plus we want a dark link too, so we can transform Junk Forward into a dark, so we can go into Bardiche. IP and Nightmare. Obviously the Nightmare IP combo. Rusty. Rusty is again one of the big boss monsters of the deck, to the point it's limited on the list right now. I'm going to sound really dumb here. I don't know why the difference between 1 and 3 is, for the sheer fact of, at 1, you can potentially get to all 3 of your Fog Blades. At 3, you can potentially get to all 3 of your Fog Blades. Maybe allow you to play Pot of Extravagance. I don't see the upside of having multiple of this rather than just the one, other than like Extravagance. And even then, I'm not sure I want Extravagance, because I'll be getting rid of so much of the... because there's so many one-offs in here. So I don't see what difference it makes personally. And finally, Appaloosa, because rank plays and the ha monster negate. But yeah, that's literally it. That's the Phantom Knight, pure Phantom Knight deck. It's nothing great to shake a stick at, but it's certainly a very, very, very fun deck. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Also, before I end the video, you guys seem to somewhat enjoy the opening of the like what they came in, the Legendary Hero decks, and I have always wanted to do my own sealed opening series. So I'm going to attempt to, once a month if I can afford it, get a sealed product to open on the on camera. I have just ordered a sealed Genesis Impact box and 3 Megatin 19s, 2019s. Genesis Impact because I want to see if I can get a Drytron core, and I want to also see if I can get a Live Twins core. Plus there's some good Genesis Impact cards in there to begin with, including like Nightmares. So can't go wrong. Potential for collector's rares too. And then the Mega Tins 2019s, I want to see if I can get some more of my Danger Core, because I want to get it so even if for some reason Jackalope gets unbanned, I have free Jackalope now, sort of thing. Also, I was watching Distant Coder's stream on the Luxury Championship Series, and I have decided to build Zoo. So that deck profile will be coming soon as well, because I did order pretty much the entire Zoo core. I ordered 1 Broad Ball because I thought, hey, if it gets unbanned for whatever stupid reason, because Konami's on mushrooms when it makes the ban list, I can play Broad Ball. I have free Trident, because again, if for some reason they're on mushrooms, I can run my free Trident, and so on and so forth. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, that should turn up soonish, all of that, because I've ordered it all from the same place, I think. I think there's 1 or 2, like, a few bits I ordered off eBay. So there is a chance it won't turn up in time, but fingers really crossed, because it would be great to obviously open that on stream by Wednesday if possible, because I do have Wednesday off. Like, no other reason than I have that day off. I would like to open it that day if possible. So fingers crossed it's either dispatched today or tomorrow, because I've got a 24-hour delivery on it, so should turn up. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm just putting the deck back together while I'm talking. And I shall see you all in the next one, where hopefully it's the opening, because if it's not the opening, then I'm going to be a little sad. I'm not going to lie. Have a wonderful one, guys. Ta-ta.